Hey Fools, Taylor Muckerman here with Joel South, and we're continuing our Ask a Fool series, and today we're talking about clean energy fuels. It's a question from Jonathan Lawver, basically asking, is this company a buy right now when he already has Westport Innovations in his portfolio? He was wondering, is clean energy and natural gas in a vehicle ready to take off? And what do you think, Joel?
Yeah, it's an interesting play, really. Clean energy fuels is a company I really do like, and I do think that there's a long-term viability here. And basically, you know, a lot of people are wondering if there's going to be the residential side coming in, but really when you look at clean energy, their business model is all commercial, and basically they're putting together a lot of deals. They're looking at the long-range hauling market, and then they're also looking at a lot of companies and joint ventures that they're putting together, you know, like with Waste Management and then Republic, which they just put together earlier this year. And basically, a lot of these companies, as new trucks are being built, they're really adapting to the natural gas side because it's a cheaper way to play, and there's a long-term viability there. So I do think as they keep building out the natural gas highway, adding new facilities, and putting a lot of these deals together, it's really helping them out. It's creating a lot of the infrastructure, so it really feeds off itself, and then the growth will really start being compounded as you go down the line. So really, I do think this is a nice long-term play.
I certainly think so as well. He's already got some exposure with Westport Innovations in his portfolio. With that joint venture they have going with Cummins, developing some really heavy-duty long-haul engines, I think that that's got a great future. You look at companies like UPS already launching a lot of initiatives here with natural gas vehicles, and it's interesting because this is a company where their vehicles are going out on their routes and coming right back. So Clean Energy Fuels is a company that's coming in, building them a private fueling station along with their American Natural Gas Highway initiative that everyone's going to be able to tap into. So they're attacking it from all angles, both private and public availability. So yeah, I definitely think that this company is set to take off. It just depends on what price point you want to get on it, and that's kind of a personal decision based on your risk. And I think that long term, it's definitely going to be a good company.
Yeah, definitely, and you kind of hit it right on the head when you talk about having the CNG and LNG for the long haul trucks. You can really have the more potent fuel there, and then have the closer, more regional companies as well. And you know, and another thing I really like about this space too, if you look long term, natural gas is going to be competitive. People are worried that if prices kept increasing, you know, would it ever even out again, where it basically loses a lot of its competitiveness. And if you look at the spread right now between oil and natural gas, it's about 23 times, and traditionally over the last 10 years it's been 8.5 times. However, I don't see that really going back to that level at all. And if you look at it, a lot of the drilling with a lot of the shale plays, people that are drilling for oil aren't going to switch back to natural gas until oil prices drop. But the thing is, there's a nice ceiling on the oil prices because it's so expensive to actually drill, that oil price, or you have crude oil prices aren't expected to drop that much. And then with a lot of the natural gas people moving into that phase, there's basically a long-term ceiling by a lot of different area or different people, different companies, and also the EIA is basically looking at about a $5 per million BTUs for natural gas for the long term. So I really think that really insulates clean energy fuels.
Yeah, with that cap, it definitely does benefit companies with a little bit more foresight. And then you look at the expectations of at least 85 years of supply here in the United States of natural gas, and that number is likely to continue to rise with technological advances. So I think clean energy fuels, I think Joel feels the same way. Great long-term investment. So feel free to move in if you like, and keep pulling on.